Right away after college, it was just kind of like qualify for the Olympic trials. That feels like a big goal, but it wasn't until I had won Grandma's in 2021 and then defended my title there and ran 225 in 2022 that I was like, oh, I might be able to like leave my name on some record books.
Hill at the end of that.
No, that was a run.
I thought it was a sauna after.
We're like the same runner. I did 27
I love being a Minnesotan. We're such a hardy group of people, and I'll be perfectly honest, I'm not built for the winters here. I often get away, and we have such an amazing running community that most people kind of underestimate. Like, people talk about Boulder and Flagstaff, but if you go run around the lakes or on River Road, or even in my local neighborhoods here, I get stopped all the time, and people are so excited and know so much about running around here that it makes me feel very prideful to be from Minnesota.
That's awesome.
Lundo is absolutely the most underrated marathon coach in the U.S. I mean, between me and Annie, Joel Reichow, he's really bringing people who are kind of like no names and putting them on the map. I mean, number one, for him just say, hey, this okay Division II runner can come train with us, that was really awesome. And every time I've just kind of got this crazy little dream of like, you know, maybe I can finally break 230, maybe I can win Grandma's, maybe I can make an Olympic team. He's always the first one to be like, yep, I think you can, and I'm going to help you figure out how.
Yeah, they did 1600, 1200, 800, 400, 4x200. It's just kind of a tune-up workout. They're running the New York Roadrunners Mini 10K this Saturday. So Dakotah is really just getting into the thick of marathon training, but this mini will be a good chance to see where her overall fitness is at. So good check-in. Great job. Powerful, good job. Great job.
Some of that 5 seconds a mile is too close.
Not bad, not bad. I've got Annie Frisbee to train with. She is so incredible at the fast stuff and really pulls me along. Her debut at New York when she ran 226 was really eye-opening for me because I do all my workouts with her. So it was after that I finally took a big jump in the marathon, went from 229 to 225 because I was like, you know, if Annie can do it, I can do it. And so I think having people around you with similar goals helps, and rising tides floats all boats. The race plan was to just basically be unseen and unheard for as long as possible. The plan was like knowing around 20 there was likely going to be big moves made, and that, you know, I had to just make judgment calls at that time if I could go with them or not, and that's what happened. Part of me was like, I don't think that's going to hold for that long, so I stuck back. Of course I was wrong. Fiona ran an amazing race, and so did Emily. But what went a little differently than what I was expecting was we had that big group of women try to go with them, like Sarah, Betsy. I remember seeing that pack follow and thinking like, that pace is too fast for me, but that's a team. Somewhere up there is a team and I'm not in it at this time. But Lundo kind of warned me about that. Like, a lot happens in the last 10K of a marathon, so hang tight, don't give up. And sure enough, worked my way back up. Mile 24 and a half, I had somebody say I was like 15 seconds ahead. And that was the first time I got chills and was like, I'm on the team right now. But then I had to just be smart, tuck that thought away, and I didn't allow myself to really celebrate or think about it until like 3 or 4 steps before the finish line, because you never want to celebrate too soon and then, you know, regret it if somebody passes you right at the finish. I feel like I have woken up every day of my career and thought to myself, what am I gonna do today to get to that goal of making an Olympic team? Running is really interesting, where it's not a normal, 5-day a week, 9 to 5 kind of job. It's 24/7, 364, and every day I have to wake up and get closer to that goal. I can't believe I was audacious enough to say like, oh yeah, I really want to make sure I make that team. But that's how I am. I'm just crazy or stupid enough to believe I can just about do anything. Going into Paris is probably the last time I can consider myself an underdog, and I'm gonna use that one last time and, hopefully surprise some people. I think the fact that it's hilly plays into my hand there, and being in the top 10 there isn't crazy. I think I can do that, and you never know, on the right day, look what Molly did. I'm not gonna set any limits and say, I can't medal. I think it would be great if I did. I feel like I've gotta prove myself over and over and say that wasn't a one-time thing, that, like a one-day, right time, right place on the Olympic trials. I wanna prove myself as being one of the best marathoners in this country. I'm just so excited to say, finally, I am Dakotah Lindwurm 2024 Olympian. When that gun goes off, I'm forever in the record books as an Olympian.